I'm 63 and my husband and I live in Ellicott City. We've been married 31 years this year and we have 3 kids. This is my second year being in business, owning a business, and I never thought I'd be in that position. I'm enjoying it. I'm loving it. Well, 63 years is a long time and I've struggled with my weight 53 years of it. In high school, I struggled with my weight, and all through everything. I have tried everything. I've tried being super active. I've tried fasting, crazy crash diets, Weight Watchers, gym memberships, and the whole everything you can imagine. And pills, any snake oil that's out there. I've tried it. Sometimes it would work, short term. I'd lose the 5 pounds in 3 days, just like the crash diet would say. And then of course, eventually it came back, obviously. And so there was a lot of discouragement over the years with that. And of course, having babies and going through menopause, none of that helped. It put me back at the beginning again of starting all over. And I would get to a point and then never be able to maintain it very long, or it would just go right back. I guess I grew up and I knew enough. I was afraid at this stage of my life. I was afraid of growing old and not being able to be active. I've lots of friends having knee replacements or hip replacements, whatnot. I've been diagnosed with arthritis in my hands, and that was a panic. And I was running for a long time, a couple of years, and then my knees started to hurt, and I panicked. I was afraid that I wasn't going to be able to walk with my husband or get down on the floor with my grandchildren, or carry my grandchildren. So that was a very real fear. And I knew I wanted to stay active and stay strong, but I was afraid of hurting myself, feeling, when I would go to do some exercise that I've always done in the past, and I should be able to do this, I was afraid of going too far and pulling muscles or hurting joints or whatever. So what intrigued me was the kind of one-on-one coaching. I've never had a personal coach before. And so I needed somebody to guide me to the next step, not leave it up to myself as to when I could increase weight or add repetitions, or what exercise goes with what exercise, that sort of thing. In the past, it was always, here's the list of good foods you can eat from, and here's the list of bad foods you can't eat from. That's what I was used to. Cut out all the bread, all the cheese, all the, whatever. Absolutely no desserts, no alcohol. And it was very strict. And then if you did indulge, then there was like, oh my gosh, the shame, or the guilt. And I'm a former smoker. When I quit smoking, that's harder than dieting, quote dieting, because you quit smoking, it means you can't ever have a cigarette again. That's a big hurdle to get over, that obviously, and the addiction of it. But to give up food, it was always for short term, to lose that weight, to get to that dress or whatever, and then I can have it again, And so your teaching was, there is no bad food. Eat the cake. I love that phrase, enjoy your wine or your ice cream, but in moderation and with planning. It was just, incredible. It was a breakthrough moment. Well, big wins is, I work in like events, supporting events. And so I go to a lot of weddings and big parties, and there's usually a cake. And I have this philosophy that, it's like bad luck if you don't eat the wedding cake. It's bad luck for the couple. And so that's a nice excuse, but I do generally almost 100% eat the cake. But see, now it's like, there's no guilt attached to eating the cake. I just know that, boy, Monday comes around and it's like, you got to get back to work. You got to, flush that out of the system and get back to work. And you taught me that. We would text back and forth, and you just like, well, here's what you got to do, or you got to power through the weekend. You know, if my weight wasn't going anywhere, then it's like, how can you succeed through the weekend? And don't let your 5 days, Monday through Friday, just go to waste because you're going to enjoy yourself on the weekend. So I've been able to manage that, and now I'll have an event on Saturday, and then there's football games on Sunday, and everything that goes with a football game, and but I'm figuring out how I can balance, and it's life, and it's like I'm not feeling guilty like I'm cheating. I'm living life. I'm living my life, and I'm not desperate to lose 10 pounds by Thanksgiving or 5 pounds by next week or I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on getting fit, and that's happening. Amazingly, it is happening. I am seeing changes in my body, losing my belly apron. I mean, it is fading, and I thought it would be there forever. It's like a whole new way of thinking and feeling for me. I kind of pinch myself. Like I said, I've never had a personal coach. I guess any other time I thought of a personal coach, it was like exercising only. Like they're going to like spot you while you lift this dumbbell or whatever, or take you to the next level of exercising. That's what I thought of with personal coaching. Whereas you take the nutrition and the exercise, the strength training, and you look at all of it. I was skeptical that it wasn't in person, that we weren't meeting at a gym, that it was all online. It's so worth it, because you see what I'm eating, and because I'm logging that in, and you see when I'm doing the strength training and how I'm walking, if I'm walking faster or not. You're seeing that, and you're encouraging me, and we've text back and forth, you're messaging, and you've just encouraged me each step of the way, and I do feel stronger. I see the changes in my body, and my clothes. Let's talk about clothes. I've tried them on. I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff that usually, it used to be that I would try on clothes, and if it didn't quite fit right, I would get it tailored, and well, it just needs to be taken in here or there or whatever. And now it's like, nope, it's gone. Hands down, it's better than anything I've ever done. I feel more knowledgeable about food and nutrition than ever. And I'm like, why was there a nutrition class in high school? And if not, why? Why didn't I learn this then? If only. I honestly didn't realize that an apple has carbohydrates. I thought it's a fruit. I didn't. Carbs is bread and pasta. So it's like I didn't know that kind of stuff. I didn't know what went well with what, or that I needed more of this than that. And so now I literally will sit down at a meal, like if somebody else has prepared a meal, and I am looking at it, and I'm like, where's the protein? Where's the protein? Pass the protein, please. Or 3/4 of the plate is veggies. I make a point. And so I see food completely different. I drink water like it's my job. And every week I'm learning something different on the calls, the group calls. Somebody will say something, or I can say something to somebody else's issue, and it's all very encouraging. We all encourage each other. I have probably spent more money in my life with chasing all these other things than what I'm spending with you. And this is like finally the answer. It's an investment, but it's an investment in your health, in you, in your future. I wish I'd found you, 10 or 20 years ago. But it's a choice. Are you ready to change? Are you ready to be happy again, to be successful?